pick up the phone to call him, and I'm like, yo, man, CD, where you at? He was like, yo, man, I gotta go. I'm like, what the fuck happened? He said, yo, I shot him. CD said he shot him. And I said, yo, man, take care of yourself, man. And he was like, all right. And he hung up. And right after that, I text my friend. It's like a brother to me. The one I stayed in Orlando with. And I said, yo, this dude shot another dude. And I'm caught in the midst of the shit. Lo and behold, I sent the text to CD instead of my brother by mistake. So CD texts me back like, yo, are you telling us something? And I'm like, oh shit. Nah, I mean, I didn't tell him. I was trying to text my brother to let him know that I'm caught in the middle of this shit and that a dude shot another dude. I didn't say no names and nothing like that. And he was like, all right. So I'm in the parking lot, and those papers that's blowing in the wind, T, the that CD shot, the nigga sold bootleg CD movies and CDs, just like CD in the same parking lot. Those were his flyers. He would have flyers of the bootleg movies that he had and his phone number on it. So I walk up a little closer and I see bullet holes in the Family Dollar window. I see T laying on the ground, blood everywhere. He face boom, busted open. He don't look like he's gonna make it. So I say to myself, yo, man, let me get. Call the mother of my children, come get me. She came and got me, and I told her, let her know what's up or whatever. And I went home and I pondered on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it bothered me that much. Because, hey, man, you know, I remember when I was younger, I never thought that I would see any type of violence. You know, I remember when I was 16, I got jumped by 3 guys. And at first I put up a fight, but one of the dudes grabbed my shirt and pulled it over me and just bop bop was hitting me a couple times, and I was done. They was kicking me and shit. What the f could I do? It's 3 against 1, and my shirt is pulled over my head. Now these 3 guys I didn't even know. They jumped me for no reason. I didn't even know these. But I guess I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. So I get home. I tell my stepfather about it. My stepfather, he's always had guns in the house. So lo and behold, one day we were out together, my stepfather and I. I don't even call him my stepfather because he was a piece of shit. But he was. It was a good thing, but then it was what he did. It was messed up. So this is in the 90s, so you don't have Time Warner Cable and Infinity and all the rest of that stuff. You got Cablevision. We pull up in a Cablevision truck at a corner store. Lo and behold, one of the dudes that jumped me walked in. I said, yo, man, that's him. My stepfather reached under the seat and pulled out a .45 and put it on my lap. And he said, yo, when he walks out, shoot him. I grab the 45. I go to open the door, and a cop car pulls right beside me. And my stepfather took the gun and put it back under the seat. And ever since then, man, it's been violence. I've been in the midst of shootouts. I've seen the shot. And I just felt a certain kind of way when CD shot that dude. Because I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be transparent. I thought that I could have prevented it from happening. Because days prior, CD had the gun in the van. Out in the like, you know how you pop the back of the van open? He had it right there in like a compartment. And T, being the instigator that he is, he's walking around the parking lot and he's walking past CD, just pushing his buttons. And CD told me, yo, man, I'm gonna pop that. And I'm sitting back telling him, man, it ain't even worth it. But I'm not like really pushing it because I'm not thinking that he dead ass serious. I'm not saying that I didn't think he was capable of doing it. I'm just saying that I didn't think he was serious about doing it. And then days prior to that, I had a talk with T. And he was talking about CD, and I was like, yo, you know, man, y'all just need to hash it out. Well, I could have went further. That day when I seen that gun, I knew it was serious. And I took the gun, he had like a sheet, and I was like, yo, man, just give me, I took the gun, wrapped it around, because, you know, I can't have my fingerprints on the goddamn gun. So it was like kind of like a towel, wrapped it around the gun around the towel, and the towel around the gun, and put it in the glove compartment. So I felt as though that I could have prevented it, and I should have been there to stop it. But I think that had I been there, I might have got caught in the fire, because the way it looked, CD just was shooting out of anger, and bullets was just spraying like pop, 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 pop. So days go by. I need to make money, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not at the spot anymore because of the incident. CD winds up getting caught. So he's in Mecklenburg County Jail. The mother of my children is telling me, yo, you should leave that shit alone. And I'm like, yo, I gotta make money. So I go out there. So you remember the dude I told you, the short dude that hangs with T and sells CDs with T and movies and shit? He was out there. So he walks past me. And I'm like, yo, man, let me talk to you for a second. I said, yo, you know I didn't have shit to do with that. He was like, yo, let me tell you something. Right now, my man shot the up in the hospital. Everybody's guilty. And I paused like, if this wasn't at this parking lot right now, if this wasn't his area and it was somewhere else, I would have smacked the shit out of his ass. But I had to reserve myself. And when he said that, I'm not lying, I had some fear, because this is his neighborhood. And he's pretty much saying to me that I got something to do with it because I'm affiliated with CD. So I tried to sell a little bit. I was kind of panicking and shit. So I said, you know what? Let me pack this shit up and bounce. What I do? Couple days later, because of my ego, drive me out, da-da-da-da-da. Went back to the spot. Out there, selling oils, incense, or whatever have you, right? So, I'm like, yo, you know what? Since CD ain't selling no movies, I'm gonna start selling movies out here. Lo and behold, the short dude was all the way at the barbershop. And it's other dudes that's there, and they're pointing at me. And I'm sitting back like, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. You got to be fucking kidding me. I ain't had shit to do with this shit, and now y'all gonna try to fucking put me in it? And lo and behold, I'm not lying to you. Lo and behold, this nigga T appears out of nowhere. And he's walking around selling his movies like nothing happened. He walks past me, and I look at him like, CD lit your ass up. I mean, this dude face, he had a hole in his jaw. Like when CD shot him, I think he shattered his whole jaw right here, and that was like stapled and it was like rods in it. It was crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then CD had shot him. I think he shot him like 3 times. He shot him right here, he shot him in his forearm, and I think he shot him in his hand. So he walks past me, and I'm looking at him, he looking at me like, yo, it was hot. It was hot. And yo, man, I had to leave. I had to leave. There was no way in the world I was gonna stay there, because I know eventually, had I stayed there, I would have got jumped. I would have got shot or something, because they felt as though I was guilty by association, and that CD is gone. So we gonna take it out on someone that's close to him or that knows him, and that someone that's close to him and that knows him is me. So I got the out of there, and I decided to hustle somewhere else. And a couple things went down where I was hustling at in another area. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't feel safe. You know, here I am, I'm dolo, I'm by myself. You know, the neighborhood, the shopping area that I'm in, everybody knows one another, and everybody's looking at me like, who's this dude? So I packed up, and then I wind up saying to myself, you know what, man? It's time to give this street stuff, these street vending, oils, incense, and all the rest of that stuff up, man, because it's just not safe to go into the hoods anymore. It's just not safe at all. I want to avoid this happening again. Period. Because when you're in the hood and attitudes start flowing, you know, especially when it's dealing with money. You know, CD and T, they were selling the same product. And I don't think CD had a problem with T selling the same product. T had a problem with CD. And it's bad that it happened, you know, but at the same time, did he deserve it? It's very debatable, very debatable. I don't wish nothing negative on a person, but I'm telling you, T pushed that man. Pushed him and pushed him and pushed him and pushed him till he couldn't, his back was against the wall. And he did what he had to do. I'm not saying it was right. I'm just telling you he did what he had to do. That's it. So I gave it up. I wind up going online. And the same products that I sold on the streets, I managed to utilize my social media, such as Facebook. At that time, Instagram wasn't out. It was Facebook. I wasn't on YouTube. So it was basically Facebook and my website. And I did pretty good. At one point in time, Facebook allowed you to send and share messages and links and websites and all that stuff as much as you wanted to. And when I was doing it, it was fairly new to be selling things, and putting your link up to Facebook. So people were like, oh, you got the oils and the incense. And then I also ordered from this place called Africa Imports. And we had jewelry and stuff, African jewelry and stuff like that, ankhs and bracelets and stuff like that I would sell. And I did okay. I wind up getting more involved into me and my family. So I started dealing with Dr. Sebi and the alkaline diet. I always knew for years about Dr. Sebi. Back in I started knowing about Dr. Sebi in 2007. And then when him and Polite did a CD and the Nuwaubians ran with it, and not a CD, a DVD. The Nuwaubians ran with it and put out a DVD part 1 and 2, and the title was called Dr. Sebi Becomes a Nuwaubian. And I bought the DVD. Now, Dr. Sebi did say in the DVD that he was a Nuwaubian. But throughout the years, we know that he didn't practice it like that. He wasn't an active member. I don't know whether he was just saying it on that DVD just to be saying it, but we know that he wasn't really active like that. And I was more into the alkaline diet, into what Dr. Sebi was saying, and I realized one thing. I was pushing away, even though I still believe somewhat of Dr.York and all the rest of that shit, but I was pushing away from it slowly but surely. And one of the reasons why is because, of course, I looked at Dr. Sebi as being a master teacher. Because I know that you could study all of the history books that you want. You want to talk about, you could study Egypt, you could study ancient Sumerian texts, you could study Greek or Greek mythology and all the rest of that. And you can be as bright as a light. But if you don't take care of your health, if you don't take care of yourself, it's meaningless. And also you need brain food. You need food that's gonna feed your brain. That's gonna feed your body. You need food that's going to keep you on this planet for as long as you can be on this planet. And that's what Dr. Sebi was about. Healing, health. So that was one of the reasons why I was pushing away. And then another reason why is because I never forget it. I was on Facebook and I saw this poem written by, if I'm not mistaken, Esau Johnson. Kathy Johnson's son, Dr. Malachi z.york's stepson. And he went on about how he was hurt and what Dr. York did to him. And the poem was so real and authentic and sincere. And I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, damn, this shit, I gotta question it. You see, this is the problem. We've heard from one side. The argument has always been one-sided. The Nuwaubians will swear up and down that Dr. York is innocent and everybody's lying and blah 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 blah, and we run with it. But at that time, that was the first time that I ever heard the person that was molested. That's the first time that I ever heard that voice. Ever. The victim. That's the first time I ever heard a victim's voice. Other than that, it's always been one-sided. So I read the comments and I'm like, this is crazy. So he's saying all of this, And there are Nuwaubians that's saying, yo, I apologize for what happened, man. It shouldn't have happened. And I'm like, hold on, what? I'm trying to get this right. And wait a minute. Wait. What do you mean, hold on? And I'm, what? My mind. What? Y'all are y'all trying to tell me that this man really did this shit? That some of y'all know that he did this?